Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. My name is Denise Mika Hutchins and I'm broadcasting to you from Studio Mikarts. Our charity of the month is Food Empowerment Project and it's our last couple days of fundraising for them. You can help me, help them, help the animals by donating to our fundraiser here on Twitch, visiting their website, which I posted in the chat, or simply by watching my streams and bringing your friends because I'll be making my own donation at the end of the month based on my unique viewers count. If you enjoyed today's stream, please support my creative work by becoming a Twitch subscriber, which will get you ad-free viewing and cute emotes, joining my Patreon to get illustrated postcards and prints in the mail, or sending me some creative fuel through Buy Me a Coffee. Links to all these are in my Twitch About section or in the YouTube description if you're watching the recording. Today is Thursday, which means it's time for illustration, and I am back to work coloring these flowers for my Onomatopoeia bees illustration. This is a project I have been working on for a long time. It started as my capstone project for my illustration degree. BFA in illustration I have earned, but I designed this project to be something that I would continue after graduation. I would like to get it published once I have enough animals. So I'm working on the bees. I started shading this flower up in the top left, and that's where I am going to resume work today. I feel like this first pass of shading is really close to done. It's looking really good. Just a little bit I want to refine and add, and then I'll move on to another flower. And now that I have one flower done, I feel a lot better. It's kind of hard because I'm sort of figuring it out as I go. There's not a... It's not like coloring in something and it's not like a color by number or something. I'm having to figure it out as I go. It's really hard. It's really stressful. I'm going to be honest. It's actually really stressful. But I had a day to experience this and digest it in my brain, and I'm feeling a lot better today, a lot more confident about what I was doing, about what I figured out yesterday. So I feel pretty good about jumping into it today, even though there was a lot of trepidation. Yesterday. I was like, I don't know, and I just have to make a decision. I always say this, there's no right decision, which actually makes it really hard. You might think that makes it easier. No, it makes it way harder. And that just applies to life too. That things, so often I would think stuff like, oh, if I just didn't have this blocking me, I could achieve this. And then that obstacle gets cleared and I'm like, oh no, that obstacle actually had nothing to do with me not achieving this other thing. So it's kind of the same thing here, where it's just a matter of making it happen. Just gotta do it. So that's what I'm doing today. Just do it. Nike applies to art too. Actually, it does. I learned that Nike is named after Nike, which is the Greek Shia Fury? She's some sort of goddess or something. Nike, just do it. Learn that in art history class. Alright, I'm going to bring a little bit more shadow into this flower. So I'm zooming in and out. This will probably be a fairly quiet stream once I settle in. I'm just zooming in and out, looking at how the little changes I've made are affecting the flower when I zoom out. So zoom in, make the changes, zoom out, see what that looks like, zoom in. Like right here, I feel like I need more shadow. You need more shadow here. Another thing that's been hard about this piece is I have been really on top of getting this work done, and right before it I have a 2-hour writing window for my novel. So that means I'm sitting for like 4 hours. I get up every once in a while, you know, I'm not just sitting for 4 hours straight, but it gets really, really exhausting, both physically and mentally exhausting. So I think that's part of the reason why yesterday I was having some troubles, having a little bit of struggle. But I feel a lot better today because it's like I broke ground. I broke ground yesterday, so it's easier to continue on today. So I wanted to take a little bit back. This back and forth thing is just how I work. Add some, see what it looks like, take it away. I feel really good about it though. In fact, I think we can just go ahead and move on to the next flower. Hooray! So which ones? Which ones do these affect? This is, okay, all the flowers on the left. And to be honest, this flower over here, I had put this shadow only on part of it, but that big bee is on top of it. Even if the big bee is very far away, the sun is even farther away. So I think it actually would be cast in shadow by this big, huge bee. At least I'm going to say that it would be. Alright, so we can turn this back off. And that means I'm just going to color this whole thing in. Oops, let's make the brush bigger. We're just going to color this whole thing in with the shadow color. Let's see. I'm trying to think. The farther away from something you get, I think the smaller the shadow gets. Because light wraps around things. So, and this flower is on top. So this flower is farther away and farther out from the bee that goes right here. So I'll leave this one, I think. Although now this flower would also be casting shadow. So maybe I'll do it something like this. Just a little bit of sunlight hitting here, but otherwise everything in shadow. So that means I'll just leave this flower as is, fully colored in. So make sure it's actually fully colored in. And this one I'll do a little bit of that work like I had done above. But we'll save more shading for the next pass on that flower on the right there. Back down to whatever size brush I was using. I don't really know what size brush. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we're going to take away here. Something like that. I'm going to add right here. Take away here. The great thing about no right answers is you can just go ahead and do something. Just go ahead and do it. If you're not sure, just do something. Because it's not going to hurt anything. There's not any consequences. So it's better to just try and see. Now what is this little speck right here? Is that from the lines? No. Is it from the shadow? Am I imagining this? What is this? Oh, no. This is from... I can't tell. Maybe it's a... It's distracting me. I'm going to see if it's just a hole. Oh, yep, it was a little missed pixel right there. Alright, back to the shadow layer. And the lines can come back on. creaky chair. It's getting worse too. I really gotta figure out how to find where the creak is so I know where to apply WD-40. But I never think of it. I'm always like, yay, live stream done, I'm out of here. No, more like, yay, live stream done, time to do all my follow-up work. And none of that follow-up work includes remembering to check why my chair is so squeaky. I already have enough to do without thinking about that. You know what? I need to do this the other way around. So like this. Yes. Here, I'll back up and see what it looks like, but this for the most part I'm adding just to create some separation between all of these little bits that are sticking out. You don't need to do it everywhere, but helps create some more variety and depth. See, it's catching a few rays right there, that one. Time to zoom out. Let's turn the B on. Alright. Yeah, that one little swoosh I did won't even be visible, but that's fine. Yeah, I think I'll actually reduce how much shadow I put on the bottom. Oops, not all the lines. Just the B's. Just the B's. So I decided I don't like this. I'm going to take it away. Yeah, I just can't really... I can't see the end result until I put it on the file. I feel like, if anything, I want to take even more shadow away. Bring more light in. How's that? Guess this little patch here seems odd when everything else around it is lit up. Erase all the way down. And bring this back. Alright, that's fine. So let's move down here. Wow. Did it again. 12,800% zoom. It's too big. 400 is too big too. 300 is a bit big for this one too. So we're going to do the same thing pretty much as we did up here to this one that's at the bottom. This flower bloom that's at the bottom. I don't think I'm really... I don't have the angle right. So let's fix that first. For the way the sun's supposed to be hitting it. It's more like that. Guess I better save since the fans are ramping up again. I'm gonna look up top to see some suggestions from what I've done already. think it would be lit up back that far, since this bloom is round. Eve was changing her position. That's what that little bonk was. You can see her legs now. She's my big dog in the upper puppy cam. The upper puppy. Upper pupper. The upper pupper cam. Eve was snoring or something. She put herself in a snoring position. Trying to make this less strong of a transition between the shadow and the highlight, or the flat color really. It's not quite where I want it to be, so I'm just going to keep working it until I like it. Wow, Aoife. She's got some gas too. She's full of interesting noises. Getting there. Take back what I did to this one because I don't like it. That's pretty good. What else is on this layer? 2 more flowers. This one's interesting. I don't think it'll make a difference to how I shade it, but this one is on its way out. It is used up. Oh goodness, Chappie. There's no reason to bark. Chappie. Chappie, you're disturbing everyone. She's barking because my husband opened the front door, I think. She always expects someone to be coming in the house now. If she hears, we have jingle bells on the front door. And so she hears that. She thinks someone's in the house. Chappie, off. Shh. Of course she doesn't listen to me or anything. Sorry about that if it was extremely loud and disturbing. Chappie, off. Off. She hears me when I say that. You can see her ears move toward me. Off. It's startling when she starts barking like that, but I always take it as a good sign because for the first couple of years she lived with us, she did not bark. At least not inside the house. So the fact that she barks now means that she feels like this is her home and she wants to protect it and she feels free to do so. And that's good because that's what I wanted to give her. I wanted to give her a home. A place that she thought was home. Not just a place that I thought was home. Go on, Chappy. You want to go check it out? Go check it out. Husband came and got the dogs. So no more puppies in the puppies cam for now, but at least they're also not barking. This flower is so easy to color. It's just the same shape. I wonder if you can still hear her barking. Oh, Eva's already back. Gotta go open the door for her. You're done? Alright, good job checking it out. I hope you feel better now. See that big yawn. Big yawn from the Chappy girl. She's like, alright. False alarm. Don't worry. I took care of it. Alright, thanks, Chappy. Thanks for taking care of that for me. Changed my mind about that one. Goes on too long, too long. Make this shorter. In fact, I won't put anything there. I won't put anything there after all. Okay, how does that look? Very good. I'm going to change the angle of this a little bit. Yay! Okay, so just this bottom one, and then we're done with all the ones on the left. On this layer. There's even more flowers in this, in the scene. Oh, Tashump redeemed puppy scritches for 800 points! Yay, thank you! 1 minute ago. Okay, it hadn't been too long since it happened. Okay, here we go. Oh, I guess I'll try to scritch Aoife where you can actually see it happen. Can you see? Oh, some puppy scritches for Aoife girl. Here they are. It's her belly / shoulder scritches. She's not even noticing. She's not making any sign. But that could also be a sign in and of itself. And then Chappie. Here comes the Chappie scritches. Chappie scritches. Oh, are you saying you need a belly scritch? Yes, you don't know why I'm scratching you. Oh. Ah, and a nice break for me to stand up in my chair. Well, not in my chair. Stand up from my chair. Yay! Thank you for redeeming that. It's been a long time since anyone redeemed anything. Aoife is making her satisfied size, so that's a good sign. This flower should be pretty easy. It's only like 1/4 of a flower. No, I don't like that one. It's too much shadow. Maybe I don't need anything even right there. This is so small. Not too much work to do. Alright, how does that look? Now let's turn on the bees. I think I'm going to color in those ones on the end after all. Yeah, I like it better with that line in the middle. Okay, so all the flowers on the left are now done. We've got the big center bloom now to do. Let's see. I'm going to work the overall shape first. It would be better if I turn off this other stuff until I'm done with what I'm working on. But I want to be able to see what I've done. So I guess I'll turn off the ones that I haven't worked on yet, but keep the ones that I have as reference. And then we need shadow brought back where the bee is overlapping. Light will probably get in here around the bee's head. Okay. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one because it's got all these circles here, and that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy to deal with. Oh, I want to zoom in even more. Oh, Aoife's snoring again. In the top puppy can. Yep, all these circles are really fun to shade. It's so easy. Just draw a little circle inside of a big circle. These other shapes are more challenging. Not as straightforward. Even here, it's like, what do I do? Got this long tube here. I guess this should be bright. What about this? I guess we'll have it half in light, half in shadow. That works. It's like there's another missing spot here. Yep, got it. These flowers are so detailed I can shade them differently from the other ones because they're big enough. Zoom out. Take a look. I guess that's alright. It was easier than I thought it would be. Because this bee is going to be casting so much shadow here. There's no need to spend a bunch of time adding little pops of highlight because those wouldn't happen. So that makes this whole half of this flower much easier to deal with. So that means next we're going to do what? Blooms right, probably. Okay. I mean, I guess with this big bloom, we could bring the light back on these ones that are sticking way out and not really being blocked by anything. I missed a spot from before. How's that? That's good. Okay, now for real. Blooms right. Start in the upper right with this really easy puffy one. The spent flower. The Dr. Seuss flower. Amazing that Eva's snoring continues. She's been snoring for so long. It's so loud now. That's what you call sawing logs. It's even loud on the stream, apparently. Tesha, I'm so loud. Sawing logs over here. She doesn't seem to be in a particularly weird position either, to explain it. Oh, it's just about break time. Yay, can't wait to have my snack. Still going. Fairly quiet snores for just a minute or two. Then back with the big snores. And it's break time. Yay! Okay. I'm gonna take a break. Nice 5-minute break. I encourage everyone else to also take this opportunity to stretch and refresh. I'm gonna put my be right back sign on, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm back. I hope you had a great break. I'm just getting my drawing glove back on, and now I am ready to continue working on shading this puffy flower. This one is another fun one because it's just shapes and it's not as much pressure to shade precisely. I can do it more organically, just sort of have fun with it. It's so warm today, it really feels like summer. Even though summer is not for a few weeks. Still supposed to be a few weeks, but got summer temps here today. And I'm actually quite enjoying it. This level of summer temps I enjoy. The insane level of summer temps that are on the way, not so much. So I'm really enjoying it right now. Enjoy it while it is in the range that is my preference. I gotta decide what each of these shapes is, because there's just these nebulous areas in the middle with nothing. I've got to figure out how they connect to each other. Sometimes my own lines confuse me. What am I doing right here? What am I trying to make happen right here? Yeah, I think I need more shadow, not less. Oh, yeah, that's the solution. Try that. Let's zoom out. I haven't zoomed out in a while. Okay, not bad, but we've got this blank spot here. It doesn't seem to work when I look at the rest of this. In here, down into here, I want to add a little bit more. Let's see if that did the trick. Yeah, I think I'll just do the same thing in this spot because now it feels a little bit too empty since I filled in the other area. Well, not filled in, but just added a little texture. Okay, call that good. Moving down. Okay, straight down. Straight down from this bloom, this little small one. So the angle looks good. We've got another bee up high. But considering the size difference between this bee that is on this flower and this bee that's up here, I don't think that we'd see any effect on the shading from this bee here. Not that much to do on this one, actually. My cursor got stuck. I wonder why that happens. Sometimes it doesn't, it just suddenly decides not to detect the stylus anymore. And then I have to move my mouse, and when I move my mouse, then it's like, oh, there's a stylus, and it'll move again. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, that's probably good. So the next one is this one. This middle part, I think, is a different color. I'm not sure what to do about it. I guess I'll just color it as if it is the same color. Or shade it as if it is the same color. Alright, how does that look? Two more to go. This one here, in fact, one more to go because I don't think we need to do anything. The light is coming from the opposite side of what we're seeing, so we can just leave that one. We'll add more shading with the second pass of darker shading color. Getting pretty warm in here. Surprised my PC fans aren't ramping up a little bit more right now. But I guess they've been running a little bit higher than usual this whole time, so maybe they're doing a good job of keeping it relatively cool. Oh, here they go, though. A little bit more power. Oh. Mm-hmm. I like being able to add these little shadows in the middle of these more detailed flowers, showing where the stem part is coming out of the middle. Okay, let's zoom out. It's looking pretty good, but it feels really squared off right here. So let's do something about that. And then this side feels like it could be a little bit more gentle. It feels really abrupt. Because I want to change the lines. The lines are what's making this look really square right here. So I can shorten it on one or the other of these, I think. Ah, no. Clear. Don't want to paint on here. Just want to clear it. Try to get it to feel more round. That's better. Yay! Okay. Not good, or should I add a little bit more? I think that's good. So now the blooms right are done. So the buds under blooms are what's next. And they are completely different colors. Oh, but okay. I already picked a color. Yay! So it shouldn't be too hard. There's just 4 of these, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one I think I decided was going to be completely in shadow. That's why I've got it like that. Already shaded in entirely. So just going to work up these ones. grab that color and to be in the correct layer. Buds under bloom, shadow. Yep. This one's pretty fun. It's like the circles I did earlier. It's a fairly simple shape, so it's not as much pressure. It's not as much mental workload to decide. What? Because the buds under blooms layer is not fully colored. There we go. Crazy. Okay. Get this dark color back. Keep in mind where the light is coming from. It's so hard sometimes. It's so hard. Oh, I just realized I'm using my rough brush. That's fine, but I've been trying to use this hard round pressure size brush for this. Okay, next one. Alright, that seems alright. Last one on this layer. This one's nice and small and simple. Oh, it's pretty fast. I think that's probably going to be good. Well, maybe I could pull the shadow back a little bit, actually. Alright, I like how I brought it back on the one side, but now I feel like I want to add more to the other side. Oh, 10-minute warning. Only 10 minutes left in the live stream. That's good because I'm starting to get pretty hot in here. Want to be able to open my door. I tried opening my window earlier, but it was already, this was hours ago in the morning. It was already so hot that I couldn't open my window. Even though it's a basement room, half basement, so it's the coolest air I could have gotten, but nope, already so warm. Yeah, let's call that good. Okay, what else? Blooming buds. These are the ones that I needed to color different. Or something. I've got to decide what I want to do. So the outside is more this green color, and the inside is starting to turn into the white color. So on this one, all of these little prickles coming out will be this white color, but this outside part, let's see, I'm going to check iNaturalist and see exactly what the color is like, because it might not be this same darkish green color that I chose. It might be something in between, turning brown or something like that. Wavy leaf thistle in United States. Search. Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's the same color. It stays that dark green. It stays dark green, even with the petals all super bright. And the one like this one, oh, my cursor, where's my cursor's so tiny. This one in the middle of the upper right side, these tiny little petals starting to come out. They'll be white, but everything else will be green. And the middle part will be white too. So it seems like I need a whole nother layer. And I have got this one. Down at the bottom, I'm considering it a bud for now, but it's partially open. So I think it needs a separate layer too. Okay, I gotta think about how I'm gonna organize this. At the very least, I know I need another layer, so we'll add one. It's got to be its own layer, not a clipped layer. Oh, don't clip, please. Okay, it wasn't going to clip in the first place. Okay. Blooming buds. I'm naming the layer. Blooming buds green, we'll call it. And I'm going to rename this one Blooming Buds Petals, or I'll call it Petals. So the Blooming Buds petals will stay white. And the buds underblooms. So I think I'll just actually add a little bit on here for this one. Maybe for this one, we've got this little teeny tiny indication of what's to come right here. Oh, same here on this one. Over here. Okay, so that's my next step. Add that white color. The base white color, not the shadow white color. So we're adding it to petals layer. Are they? Oh, I'm unclear. Need to put blending mode on normal. So this will go on. Oh, but it won't work because of that. We'll just have to erase. Have to be careful. Okay. Whoops. Okay. This will go on all of this area, including the middle. So middle is white too. Honestly, this is the part of the illustration process where I wonder why I did this to myself. Why did I give myself such a hard project? But I know why. Because it's extremely satisfying when it's finished. And every time I give myself an easy project, very quickly I'm not satisfied with the end result. It's worth it. It's worth the difficulty, the decisions. Ooh, Aoife's having a growling dream. See, like dragon. So it's a dragon dog. I'll have it go a little bit farther out. There. Here we're going to bring it out further too. We'll do it all the way down here. That. So let's do the same thing here. Bring it all the way down. Boom. Yeah. We got to do the same thing over here on this little flower. It's not even a flower. It's a flower shape, but it's just the opening. The flowers are gonna be inside. They're still developing. This is like the part that unzips and all the flowers come out. Come spilling out slowly over time, but faster than you might expect. So look at it one day, it's closed. A couple days later, you're like, what happened? It's covered in blooms. Flowers are always... They work at such a speed that it feels like nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden, how did they get so much done? How did I not notice such a magnificent thing unfolding, literally unfolding? lines left. I don't know what I'm doing right here with these lines. I think I'm just going to erase these part of the lines because they're kind of confusing. Where are... Okay, these are the lines for here. I'm going to erase this part. Heck, I'll just erase both sides. There. Back down to what I was working on, which was, what, Blooming Buds Petals? Yes. Which I have now added. I think that's all of them that I needed to add. The other ones I need to add the green to, but I'll have to do that next time because we are now at finish time. Yay! Another 2 hours of work on my bees onomatopoeia piece. Feeling really good about the progress. I got over the trepidation of starting the shading because it was so overwhelming. Like, where do I even start? Well, I've started, and starting is the hardest part. Alright, everyone, that is it for today's live stream. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and for everything you do to support Studio Mikarts. If you're new to my channel and want to see more, please follow Studio Mikarts on Twitch to get notified next time I go live. You can also support me by becoming a Twitch subscriber to get ad-free viewing and cute emotes, joining my Patreon for lovely illustrated goodies in the mail, or just sending some creative fuel through Buy Me a Coffee. All the links are in my Twitch About section and in the YouTube description if you're watching the recording. Tomorrow I will be back at the same time working on Chibi Friday. Hopefully we'll be able to finish the chibi that I started a couple weeks ago. So I hope to see you then. But either way, let me wish you a wonderful rest of your day and thank you for watching.